Who do you want to be a year from now? And no, I'm not talking about that dream car, owning a house, or the Instagram-worthy vacation you think will change everything. I'm talking about you. Here's a hard truth that most people don't want to hear. Chasing things won't fix that deep-down feeling of being stuck. You know that constant grind where you're running, but never really moving forward? It's because of a mindset mistake almost everyone makes without realizing it. But hold up. I'm not just here to point out what's wrong. I'm here to show you the solution. In this video, I'm going to reveal why focusing on who you want to be, not just what you want to have, is the key to finally creating the life you deserve. Ready to take that step toward real growth? Let's get started. Every year, when November rolls around, the month of my birthday, I find myself diving deep into reflection mode. It's like clockwork. November comes, and boom, I'm there organizing my life, getting things ready for my personal new year. But here's the kicker. When I'm doing this whole life checkup, the big question I always ask myself is, who have I become over the past year? That question hits different, you know. It helps me replay the year, see how things went down, how I managed to pull off what I did, and what wins I snagged along the way. Every single year I choose one major goal. Yup, just one. No juggling 10 different things at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, I pick that one focus point and weave the rest of my life around it. For example, I was all in for competitions between 2022 and 2023, but for 2024, my attention has shifted to work. And nope, I'm not spilling the beans on what's brewing for 2025 just yet. I've learned the hard way that talking too soon about plans can jinx them. Better to let things bloom quietly before shouting it from the rooftops. But hey, this isn't really about me. It's about you. I know deep down, you're not exactly where you want to be, or the person you dream of becoming. So today, I want you to take a step back and stop thinking about those goals you've got lined up, or that checklist of things you want. Instead, ask yourself and write it down, make it real. Who do I want to be? Do you want to be healthier, happier, more focused, maybe more committed to your passions? Maybe you want that dream job, or to start that business that's been stuck in your head for years. Or maybe you just want to be the best partner, friend, or parent you can be. You know what's wild? One of the biggest lessons life ever handed me was this. Living for material goals is like building a castle on sand. If all your time and energy go into getting stuff that you can lose, a house, a car, that latest gadget or designer outfit, you're setting yourself up for a life that's anchored down, not one that moves forward. Picture this, you finally get that car you've been dreaming of, but then suddenly you're worried sick about it. You stress about parking it, someone stealing it, or even a stray shopping cart bumping it. See what I mean? The car becomes more of a weight than a win. And it's not just cars. Think about the folks who spend all year scraping by, cutting out little joys, just to splurge on a vacation. They act like those 10 days will somehow flip their whole world upside down. But then they come back, and guess what? Same job they don't like, same bills waiting at the door, and now even more stress with that post-vacation credit card statement. Trips, cool as they are, often become a quick fix to ignore what's really going on in life. It's like putting a band-aid on a deep cut. The truth? No matter where you go, your thoughts and worries tag along like an unwanted travel buddy. You could be sipping a fancy drink while staring at the Eiffel Tower, and yet there it is, that nagging thought about the office you've got to return to, or the bills stacked up at home. If you're finding value in this content, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow and reach more people just like you. And if you want to go a step further, consider becoming a member to support us so we can keep bringing you more of this kind of content. Oh, and don't forget to drop a comment below. I love reading your thoughts, and I respond to every single one. Let's keep this conversation going. All right, so here's the deal. Chasing after material things, it's not worth it. Sure, they're fun while they last, but guess what? They're just things. They can come into your life one day and disappear the next. What really matters, the thing that'll stick with you no matter what, is becoming a better version of yourself. So instead of stressing about making $10,000 a month, flip the script. Focus on becoming the type of person who earns that kind of money. See the difference? Instead of dreaming about that once-a-year trip where you spend 355 days pinching pennies, aim to get your finances in check so you can travel without sweating over it later. And when it comes to love, stop searching high and low for the perfect partner. Instead, work on becoming the kind of person who's worthy of love and naturally draws the right partner to them. You'll see that being a good partner and later a solid parent will follow from that. Same with jobs. Before wishing you could land that spot at company X, focus on being the kind of pro that company would want to hire. It's all about shifting your mindset. It's not about what you have, but who you are. Let me tell you, I don't care if your wish list includes a mansion, a fancy car, or trips around the world. What really matters is who you want to be, because that's what will shape your life, your story, and everything you experience along the way. If you put having before being, you're stuck in a cycle of wanting, always chasing after the next shiny thing that you think will make you happy. Spoiler, it won't. Now that I've laid out this mindset shift, I want you to take a second, pause this video, grab a pen or open a notes app, and write down who you want to be this time next year. What would need to change in your life to make that possible? Let's be real. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, sometimes taking months or even years to show results. And no, don't kid yourself with daydreams like going from broke to millionaire in 12 months. That's just not how it works. The truth, to become wealthy, you've got to first become the kind of person who builds wealth. Someone who's serious about their work, their studies, who stays on top of their money game, lives a little below their means, and gets that big goals can take a decade to unfold. So no, maybe you won't be rolling in cash by this time next year, but you can totally be on your way, building the habits and the mindset of someone who's going to achieve it eventually. So think about it. A year from now, how do you want to describe yourself? What kind of life do you picture living? What's a typical day in this future you life? What does your home look like? How do your relationships feel? Your family, your finances, your job? I know this might feel like a tough question at first. You might be staring at that blank page, not sure what to write, because you've never gone this deep before. But trust me, that's exactly the point. How can you build a life you're proud of if you don't even know what it means for you? If you're aimless, just drifting from one day to the next, you'll end up accepting whatever scraps come your way, settling for good enough because you never aimed for more. So take this time, put some real thought into it, and write down who you want to be. When you're done, come back here and we'll dive deeper. And that's it, my friend. Now you know that to build the life you truly want, it's not about collecting things, it's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts and creates those things. So take what we talked about today and start planning who you want to be a year from now. Remember, change starts with small, intentional steps that build up over time. Thank you so much for sticking with me all the way through. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this with someone who needs a little push toward real transformation. And hey, leave a comment below. I read and respond to every single one. So let's chat about who you want to become and how you plan to get there. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.